Good morning, everybody. Beautiful Wednesday morning. Glad to have everybody here in the trading room. Thanks for all the comments early this morning. The post, the charts posted out there. I certainly appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's get this out of the way. Better move this. And let's get back over here. OSG. That's our featured stock pick for the day. OSG, coming out of our rounded bottom breakout. And let's see here. A little bit disorganized on my chart this morning. You can see how it's trending up here. We came within pennies of making a bullish engulf yesterday. OSG rounded bottom breakout, almost bull engulf, almost, just within pennies. Coming from this inverted hammer, we want to be a buyer on strength over yesterday's close of about $7.08. PBO buyers, you want to look for an inside day above the T-line. Wouldn't be afraid to buy it below the T-line, but at the end of the day, I think it needs to close over the T-line. So that's something we'll watch right there. And then a stop 682-ish below the T-line is what I would look for a stop on this. Targets 751, that gets us up over this swing high right here, and then 860, and then on to the 200-day moving average. Let's take a look at APKT. APKT, yesterday we've pulled back a little bit, trying to put in a bottom. A bullish Hiromi here. Looks like it closed over the 50 and the T-line. We want to trade this on strength. Strength moving up. It needs to come over the 200-day moving average. I would not trade it unless it puts some strength in there. If one is determined to buy this, use the low right in here as your stop area. So for the aggressive trader, for the PBO trader, you know, an inside day here would be a buy, and then add to it as it starts moving up. Let's see, Ed. Ed is asking, when you say stops, do you mean intraday or close? Close is what I'm saying, Ed. You know, there is. Let me go back to that. That's a good question. Thank you. On that OSG, I'm looking for a end of the day close, because many times you'll see that low and it'll come right back up. And we're working off the daily chart, so you have to let that candle finish. Until that candle's finished, you really don't know what it's going to be. Now, with that said, you know, we've got to use a little bit of, I'll just call it common sense. If it starts moving down and down, down and down, you know, somewhere you've got to say, okay, this thing is not going to come back. If it starts moving down below the low of this candle, that starts telling me that there's something going on here, and I might not want to be around for it. So typically, it's this end of the day close for me. Some people do use the intraday, but at some point, you know, you want to get out of it. So very good question. Thank you for that. Another stock pick today is BONT. That's a pretty chart. You can see how BONT is just moving up, down, and up, and down. Last night we talked about being in this trap area. I gave a couple of, or one PCF for it for TC2000 telechart. If that didn't work, let me know. I know some people had some trouble with it. We'll get that squared away. But a very nice chart pattern, looking for the rally, the pullback in that trap area, and then looking for it to pop out of that. And what we're wanting is to pop out over the T-line, which it's done, and now move over the 20-day simple moving average, and then all of a sudden we've got a little trend. And this is where we get these runs from right here. And that's what we need to see on this one. Coup had a very nice day yesterday. Coup is rallied up. It's consolidated very well. Had a nice day. We want to buy this on any consolidation above the T-line and or a breakout of today's candle. BGI BGI is another one that's trending up very nice. You can see how it took off, and then look how it left the moving averages behind it, and then it consolidated, allowing the moving averages to catch up. The 20, the 34, and the 50 all right there. They're getting kind of tight. This may be setting up for a possible run, a run up. If we take a look at this, here it's up, consolidate, up, consolidate. There's no reason to think that it's not going to run up any further at this point. We do not have a sell signal. I don't see any topping signals, so we'll work with the chart, and the chart looks like it's headed up. HOV has pulled back. HOV has gone the same, up and down pattern. You can see where it's just up, consolidation, and then rallied, a pullback up, and here it is pulling back again, getting close to this support line, this trend line here. We're looking for that breakout and to take it up through there. What if a chart like this, we talked about this a little bit last night, what if it pulls back a little bit? If it pulls back into that trend line, that'll be okay. We just need to see that buy signal and then have it break out. So possible to see another couple of days of sloppy trading. KEX, KEX, coming out of our rounded bottom breakout, has pretty much traded up with some consolidation and pullback opportunities in here. Looks like we've got some dojis right on the 34, 4 of them to be exact, and then a little gap up yesterday. We want to trade this on strength. We're looking for it to come up to the 200-day moving average and possibly higher. Lulu's on the stock pick list today. Nice little rounded bottom, rallied up, consolidation. Maybe this is the bottom area here. Maybe the profit taking is finished. Yesterday the bulls certainly stepped in from a low and drove it up over the T line and drove it up over the previous day's candle. You want to trade this on any kind of strength above the T line. QIHU, stared at this one a lot yesterday. A couple of times I meant to buy it, I just never did. Boy, it sure looks like it's working good to me. Buy on strength, another one that's pulled back into our 2050 trap. We want to buy on strength today, and certainly if you're one of those that buy, say, a piece of it, just a small portion, as it moves up and gets above the 20, that's where I would start to look to add to it, and then of course another add over the breakout here. So a good example would be take your position size, divide it into thirds. Maybe you buy some today, depending on where it is. Maybe for the sake of just putting numbers on it, tomorrow maybe it breaks out of the 20-day moving average tomorrow. We'd add another third, and then if it breaks out of this top here, we'd add another third. So it's a third, a third, a third. Before you know it, you have a full position, and then you're looking at a chart that may be pushing to the upside. That might be one way to handle that. Suns, S-O-N-S. Suns is a rounded bottom breakout. We've had a pullback now to the 50-day simple moving average. Good bullish candle yesterday. We want to look for strength. Any kind of strength over the 50 right now, using that trend line as a stop area. So if it was inside day, I wouldn't have a problem with that. We do need it to move up over that T line before it starts falling out. So you don't want to see a sell signal in here that would cause it to come back down. Target would be, well, first target would be this swing high, get it out of the what about 212 area, and then look for it to jump up to about the 235 area, 200-day moving average. And the last one I have here is WLP. WLP had a nice little doji gap up yesterday right off the 50. That's an absolute buy on strength and definite buy on any kind of consolidation. That's where I'd like to buy it, to the right. If it gave us a little opportunity in there, that's what I would certainly want to look at. Let's take another quick look at the SPY. Looks like we're going to open up 144.80. What is that? 85 currently. So Looks we're opening up for the third time. Yeah, it looks like yesterday, the previous day, and looks like today we're going to open up above the T line, open up above the 20-day simple, it looks like here, or right at it, and then we'll see how it acts from there. At the end of the day, if you are bullish, at the end of the day, we need to see a bullish candle here. Yeah, we definitely need to see that bullish candle. Okay, we'll see everybody in the chat room in just a couple minutes and see if we can make some money today. Thanks again for being here. Appreciate it.